Long hair is what we crave. Mechanical damage is enemy number one. But listen, if you just get out of your feelings and get into the science of hair, you can not only grow it but retain that length, honey. Let's get it. But before we get anything, why don't you get your finger out and click that subscribe button, and then get your thumb or your index finger and, you know, turn your post notifications on. And then one more time, go ahead, get your thumb or your index and give this video a thumbs up. Boom. Okay, so this client here has mechanical damage. Now I want you to pay attention to the way that I'm detangling her hair. Is moving fast, but with one hand I'm grabbing her hair to act as a base, and then I am detangling on her ends. You will notice that her head is moving a whole lot during this video, but I am the one who's making her laugh, so I'm not tripping, so neither should you. At this point, her hair has already been washed and deep conditioned, depending on or according to her porosity, which is high. Okay, now I'm detangling her hair for the second time. Her hair was already detangled before the wash with oil, okay, but I've already taught you guys about that in previous videos. If you want to know the products or something like the products that I'm using in this video, then click the link in the description box below. The products in this video were from my old product line, but you know, that was from another day, player. Now the first thing that I want to talk about is coconut oil. In a previous video that I posted, a really quick YouTube short, link in the description box below, I gave you proof that coconut oil does not go on the scalp or the hair's cuticle. Okay, coconut oil goes in your pina coladas, not in your hair. Okay, but the question that I received from a lot of people was, oh my God, Cyn, what does that mean for all of the different products that have coconut oil in them? Well, listen, we're gonna get to that in a second. First, let's talk about this brown brush. When you are blow drying the hair, the key is getting the hair from alpha keratin to beta keratin. Alpha keratin is your hair in its natural state. When you wet your hair for the first time in a day, okay, before you dry it, stretch it out, anything, that is your hair in alpha keratin, its natural state. Beta keratin is your hair in its new stretch state. So if you get a silk press, you're taking your hair from curly to straight, that's its new stretch state until you break the hydrogen bond again with water. So the key at getting the perfect silk press is mastering the hair in this transitional stage. But the problem that most people have is they want to do a bunch of shortcuts through this transitional stage. The silk press is not done with the flat iron. The silk press is done when you take the hair from alpha keratin to beta keratin. This is why my weapon of choice is the round brush, because I can isolate more individual strands of hair at one time. So that is why if you are a person that likes to, you know, kind of stretch their hair out and maybe braid it instead of blow drying it, you may notice that after you get done with your silk press, your hair doesn't have as much movement or is not as flowy as somebody who used a blow dryer or somebody who went to a hair salon. And that is simply because you have not isolated enough individual strands. It's simply because your different hair strands, the average person has anywhere from 100,000 to 400,000 strands of hair on their head. So if your hair is stiff, it's because you did not isolate enough of those strands, and you have certain strands of hair in alpha keratin and some in beta keratin. This is why a lot of different silk presses or flat irons do not come out the right way. A lot of people don't want to hear it, but if you want a silk press, just follow the steps, guys. Just follow the steps and you will not get heat damage. Okay, I want you guys to take a look on the screen really quick. I want you to, click the link in the description box below and just check out the Guru One-on-One. The Guru One-on-One is this amazing community that I've been building secretly, but now I'm making it available to you guys. And if you join me over there, that is where I am if I'm not here. And there you basically have a one-on-one relationship with me where you can ask me different questions, and I make videos personally like for the people within the Guru One-on-One. Here is some different things on the screen, take a look around. Boom. Now let's get back to coconut oil. Now, when we have a coconut oil in hair products, is the thing that I'm telling you, don't use it. Does that go for, let's say, I don't know, something in front of me, Mazzani, having coconut oil within their products? No, that is not the same thing. Why? The coconut oil that is within a product that you'll get from Cosmoprof or Sally's is not the same coconut oil that you get from the Walmart or the Costco. Okay, now if you do not understand product formulation, if you're not into herbalism and things of that nature, I do not expect you to know this, so please do not think that I'm saying this in a way that like trying to call somebody stupid or something, because that's not what I'm doing. But this is the thing. When we are talking about all of the different amazing properties that coconut oil possesses, all of these different videos that are going around, a chemist's main job is to extract these different properties out of whatever herb, botanical fruit, or whatever you're using. So when they say coconut oil is inside of a product, the chemist that is on staff, she or he knows how to extract only the essence of coconut oil that they need. So they'll say, if you are a person who needs something formulated, you're going to meet with them and say, okay, I want to put the essence of coconut oil in this product to do XYZ. You guys only know about a couple of different properties of coconut oil, but coconut oil has so many different amazing properties. But like everything else on this planet, there are pros and there are cons. You guys know all of the pros, but two of the cons is that protein is protein seeking, and it will clog the pores and follicles because it is a 5 on the comedogenic scale. I really hope that makes sense. There are so many other oils and herbs that you can use. One of my favorite books has over 550 different herbs and seeds you can use, and almost all of them can be pressed into oils, guys. So I really want us to get into it. The silk fusion therapy thing that you just saw pop up on the screen, that was from back in the day. I like to dip my feet and stuff, see if I like it a little bit, then if I don't like it, I don't like it. Okay, so that was from my old stuff. Now at this point, I am straightening her hair. Her heat setting was on about 400, if I'm not mistaken. A lot of people ask me in different comments and different videos, what heat setting do I use? You guys, when I tell everybody learn your porosity, learn the science of hair, it's not just because I'm trying to be rude or moody. I'm no longer behind the chair, so no one can take money out of my pocket. I want you guys to focus on the science. So your porosity determines on if whether or not your cuticle is opened or closed. So if you're a person with a low porosity hair, most likely you're one of those people that likes to say, girl, when I get my hair flat iron, my hair always hold heat. My hair be holding heat, girl. Most likely you have low porosity hair. You have a cuticle that's closed. So when heat gets on your hair in any way, shape, or form, it'll stay in there for a minute. It doesn't want to let it go because your cuticle is closed. So you are a person that should have a lower heat setting. Depending on the density of your hair, that we'll go into a little bit more of that too. If you want a video specifically on that, leave it in the comments below and I'll do that for you. Okay, but if you are a person with low porosity hair, you don't have your heat setting at 450. That's where heat damage happens because you have low low porosity hair and heat is escaping. But me, I have high porosity hair. So with my high porosity hair, girl, you put heat in my hair, it'd be like, oh, that was cute, and it leaves. So I can get away with doing a couple of passes on my hair, and I can get away with having my heat setting at like 425. But peep this, somebody with low porosity hair can have a head full of hair that looks just like mine. Just because our hair looks alike does not mean that we can both use the same heat setting. That's why when you guys say, Cyn, what heat setting did you use on the video? Don't ask me that, because it doesn't matter. That answer doesn't work for you. So now at this point, we are having our second consultation. My clients have their first consultation before they come in, and the second consultation before we begin cutting. And this is for everyone. I never pick up the scissors and start cutting without anyone. I asked her to give me her phone so I could take a picture so she could see it, and then I explained to her visually what I was seeing. This is only one little clip that I'm giving you, but we actually, and I did real good with that edit because you can't even see, but I actually went through and parted all over her head so she can see the difference in density. So this is what we agreed on. She actually did not feel comfortable getting rid of everything. In a second, you will see that there is a little hole, a couple of holes, but the way that I cut hair, and I'm not saying it's like something awesome sauce that I made up, because I did not make it up. Mr. Angelo told me when I was in cosmetology school, and the way that I combined his technique with another one that I learned anyway, is basically to create an illusion, because most of my clients will have a lot of holes, like a whole lot of holes in their hair, and most do not want to get rid of them. So I cut with the tips of my shears, a combination of the regular way that most people are used to seeing, and point cutting and slide cutting. So a combination of 3 different techniques at one time. And when the clips are at different speeds, it may look weird to some people, but people, fear what they don't understand. Boom. The way that I cut, it just makes it so that you can't see all of these harsh lines of demarcation with all of these different lengths, because this is a big, huge, well, it was a really, really big issue, because around this time, because as I'm sure you've probably noticed, my hair is shorter, so this was way back when, but this was around the time Diva Cuts took off, and everybody was using Diva Curl products, so everyone's hair was so broken off, and everyone had started the wash and go thing. So everybody had all of these different lengths, and it was just a really, really hard time to be a cosmetologist that really cared about the health of hair. But this was a client of mine that never gave me any problems, any issues, or anything like that. Like, she would come in and just say, girl, I've been being dusty, girl, my bad. And then we would just assess the problem and get to it. So yeah, leave me some comments below and let me know what your experiences have been like as it pertains to growing your hair, trimming your ends. But there's that hole that I wanted to tell you guys about. We're talking all the way through this because I really, really want you guys to see the way that you have to go in and just assess everything. So a lot of times when I go look back in my old comments and old videos, people will be like, oh, that's not the way you're supposed to cut in school. Well, guess what? Because there's so much information out here that people have made up, there are so many different issues that women are dealing with that people have never seen before. So yeah, we have to make up new techniques to fix different issues. But once those techniques are implemented properly and your client trusts you and your client's paying attention and doing all of the things, you can fix it. Absolutely. But you cannot take shortcuts. And I really loved clients like her, because the clients that I had like her were okay with putting in the work. So you guys, don't get mad at me when I say this. I'm not trying to be stank, but we grown. Pull your chest up. Stop being all sensitive all the time. We've been living in Jumanji for a year. Suck it up, okay? If you want long hair, there's no magic pill. You're not gonna be able to burp 4 times and then hiccup and poot and then your hair is going to be long. No, that's not how it goes. First, you have to go within and do damage control. You have to cleanse everything out. Understand that for the human body, or just with anything, there's a process. So if you are depositing something, understand that something else has to be exported. So if you're going to deposit nutrients, you have to get rid of all of the bacteria, all of the waste. You have to get rid of waste. You cannot keep waste and then think that you're gonna grow beautiful, healthy hair. It's just not the way that it goes. So as you can see, she really liked her hair. She had so much movement, so much body. She was so excited because she was telling me that she just doesn't remember the last time her hair has looked like that. And it's like pure silk. And understand that you have options. As a black woman, I'm sorry if you're not a black woman, but as a black woman, you have options. Your hair can be curly or straight. Just because your hair can be curly and straight doesn't mean that you have to choose to only wear your hair curly. You have options, but whichever option you choose, make sure that you're following the natural patterns of your body. Once again, if you need help following the natural patterns of your body, just click the links in the description box below and download one of my new ebooks, because it's a full guide to help you learn your body. Like, it's super nerdy. You're gonna be like, wow, Cyn's a real nerd, but there is a method to this and there is a science to it. And all jokes aside, you guys, we're talking all the way through this because I'm no longer behind the chair, but I know that there are many that are still behind the chair and many approaching the chair. Please know that the field of cosmetology is one that should be really respected. Take your time and find you somebody who is obsessed with the science of hair. If you need more help finding a hairstylist, or if you want to know how to find one, then guess what? I tackle all of that in the Guru One-on-One. I teach everything. I teach you how to do your own hair at home, how to grow your hair. I teach you how to find a professional, and I'm adding my directory there and only there. So I love you guys so much. Yes, girl. Yes. Pocahontas, let's just talk to the end, because now she looking in the mirror. I wish I had the audio, but I don't have the audio for this part, because she was like, girl, who is that? Who is it? Is it me? I think that's you. And she was like, girl, I'm about to FaceTime this, because they not ready. They just not even ready. They not ready. That's what was happening. She was having a conversation with herself, and then she was about to FaceTime somebody. And then the thing is, they really wasn't ready because they wasn't answering the phone. And so she was like, forget it, I'm gonna just take a picture. Wait, look at my old janky editing, but just a new one.